Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to share with you my new Rode Wireless Pro microphone. CQ, this is Kilo Echo 4, Whiskey Mike Foxtrot.
Roger, you are blasted into Ohio 59 plus 20.
Welcome back and thanks for being here. My name is Scott, and if you watch my rather lengthy Virginia QSO party video, then you saw where I was running my other Rode microphone setup, and in order to include you on the conversation that was happening on my headset, I took that lavalier mic and put it inside my ear cup.
Roger, November 0, Hotel Juliet Zulu.
It certainly gave you a taste of what I was hearing on the radio, but it also muffled my voice. So I had a note pop up that said that I was going to get my hands on a 2-channel wireless microphone setup. And what I thought I might do, at the very least, was then have one channel for me and one channel to shove into my ear cup. But I also wanted to experiment with what you see here, a direct plug to a monitor jack. So this isn't necessarily a review of the Wireless Pro, because I'm not going to go through all of the ins and outs of it. I'm going to show you how this works for me. I'm testing it right now. I'm going to learn a lot in post. So let's see, I already took the other microphone that I was holding just when I did my intro, and I have it here. I guess you can kind of see that. So it used to be what I would do is I would put the microphone here. It was oriented to where the cable would run up, and then I'd have a lavalier mic up here in my visor. This microphone, I think, is probably good enough to where I don't need to do that. So I have it oriented to where the microphone holes are just right there. And then the receiver, for now, it is just kind of dangling from the rearview mirror. But I have a cold shoe for it as well. I have it dangling so I can see it, because when it's up here and out of the way, I can't see it. So right now I have channel 1 muted. Channel 1 is here in the ear cup. And then I'll let you hear what's going on with the radio here in just a second. All right, so I think the term I used was good enough to describe the performance of this microphone without adding a lav mic. And of course it's going to be good enough when I'm sitting still in a parking lot. So what I'm doing now is taking you on a drive. So I'm going to do 3 tests. The first one is I'm going to roll down the window, and you can see I've got the dead cat, the micro cat, on this microphone. And so here's what the wind sounds like. The windscreen's completely unnecessary indoors, but on the lav mic, the wind would circulate through here and just tear that sound up. All right, so my next test is at highway speed. Now, my goal isn't to say, hey, listen to how much of this exhaust noise or road noise the microphone eliminates. It's whether or not my voice is detectable over it. So let me be quiet for just a minute so you can get a feel for it. Some of the wind noise that you're hearing is the excessive antennas that I have on the roof, because I still have very much of the contest set up on the car. And now at highway speeds, a speed at which I would never typically roll my windows down. I'll roll the windows down and see how the cat here takes care of the wind noise. This is very uncharacteristic of my driving. I don't typically drive with the windows down at 60 miles an hour. All right, my final test is this textured road. I've shot plenty of videos out here, lots of road noise, and with the lavalier mic and certainly with the phone mic, it would pick up a lot. And this may be picking up a lot, but I'm curious to see if it's subjectively better. And I do still have the cat up here, totally unnecessary with the windows up, but it's there. I don't want to lose it, so it's staying attached. So I don't know, what do you think? Right now it is recording stereo. So now it is mounted, and of course you can't see it because all the wires point that way and the device is way over here off camera. I'm going to take it back off and let it dangle because I want to be able to watch the meter. See if I can get that angle without any shine on it. So you can see the channel, what is that, channel 1? Yes, channel 1 is muted. Channel 1 is what I have plugged in right here. So this is the other microphone. So here is a closer look at the microphone. Let me just unplug it here real quick. And so those are the microphone holes that I was talking about, which are pointed this way on the one that's up in my overhead. And I haven't learned all the functions yet. They come with these magnetic holders to where I'm sure you've seen other YouTubers that will magnetically attach this to their clothing, and so I can do that. But here in the car, I'm going to just mount it right up here. This one I probably will magnetically attach to my clothing so that when it's hanging from my headset here, it's not hanging, it's attached to something. But for today in this video, I'm going to let it hang. Here's what I've come up with so far. I don't think it's too bad. It looks a little awkward, but it does the job. And then here it is through the monitor. KE4WMF mobile testing. Not bad. Let me do a test real quick. Depending on what I heard in post-production, you might have been hearing my voice in stereo, both speakers, right? If you're wearing headphones or if you've got speakers up. I'm going to right now switch to what it sounds like when I have left it in stereo, because I'm recording in stereo, which would be in this case, I don't know which channel, the left channel or the right channel 1 is. Channel 1 could be left, channel 2 could be right, and I don't know at what point it gets merged. So I'm going to share the difference right now, and then right now I'm putting it back. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to unmute the radio and do a little bit of talking with the radio going in the background. And let's see how this sounds. Now, right now, my ham radio, the volume is turned down as far as it will go, but there's still sound in here. And that's probably the volume control that I have here. It never really completely shuts off. Anyway, let me turn off the mute. I'm still learning how to do that. All right, so now it's unmuted. We've got some stereo sound here. And my voice may be on one side and the radio on another. And so if I turn this up in here, and I'm going to look at actually I'll hold it up and let you see it too. So this is the sound levels. I think you can see my voice peaking more than the radio. And if I turn the radio up, now I'm going to tune him in a little better. There we go.
Put it up. And then the other leg, the center is at 40. And the other leg is at 40, east and west. So that's what I'm using, a G5 or a B.
So I'm going to turn it up even louder.
My main antenna is a 6-element log periodic.
And then I'll try talking over it just to see if it picks up my voice. But normally, when I'm going to talk to the camera, I will turn it down. And then I suppose if I wanted to eliminate the radio altogether, I would just mute it here. Did I hit the right button? Yes, I think I hit the right button. Yes, so it is muted. So now if I wanted to get that radio out of there completely, I hit the mute button, and now you shouldn't hear anything. So yeah, that's the plan, that's the idea. Now that I've had a chance to process the video in post and listen to it and see what's going on, the recordings that I did earlier when I was wearing a fleece jacket, the system was set up in what's called merge. You'll see an M and an S indicated on the display, and that does not stand for mono and stereo. It stands for merged and stereo, or separate. So when I listened to the footage, yeah, my voice was in the left ear and the radio voice was in the right ear. And then I had to actually duplicate the tracks and then separate them manually. And the good thing about doing it that way would be if I had, say, turned up my radio too loud to where it was drowning me out, or I wanted to do some different balancing, keeping them separate allows me to balance things the way I want them to be balanced. But merging them makes it to where I don't have to. So this video right now with me shooting in a t-shirt here, this is a merged video because I am not shooting stereo and I don't want to mess with it in post-processing. And that's another thing too, where like say I was doing an interview and I was wearing one microphone and the person I'm talking with is wearing another microphone. By keeping the two channels separate, S for separate or stereo, it would allow me to balance if one of us talks louder than the other, or maybe there's a little bit of feedback on somebody's microphone. I could minimize that separately. But if I have the receiver here set up to merge the signals, then the balance is what the balance is. And so there's pros and cons to operating merged versus stereo or separate. Let me go, I'm going to go to 80 meters because nobody's going to hear me there for these tests, because I want to share with you also, so this is a monitor jack. And if I key up, you should hear my voice through this microphone up here, but I want to see what it takes to get my voice out through this. I'm curious to see what that does, so stand by a second. All right, so now I'm tuned to 3820. 80 meters is a nighttime band, so probably nobody should hear me unless it's somebody here locally, so I'm going to just do some testing here. All right, so everything's unmuted. I'll turn that up a little bit. KE4 WMF mobile testing. All right, so there's that. Turn that down for a second. Now I'm going to go in and turn on the monitor feature. There's a little MON, and all I gotta do is turn that on, and then select how much I want to give it. So let's see what it does. I should hear it here in my ear cup. KE4 WMF mobile testing. So that was 30% of my voice in my ear cup. So let me do it again. I'm going to do an increasing amount of it.
KE4 WMF mobile testing. This is 40% and 50%. I don't think I'd want to go much louder than this. KE4 WMF mobile.
And that was with the volume turned down. So yeah, very interesting. And nobody has called me, so clearly I haven't been heard by anybody. At least I don't think so. So let me mute this again because I don't know what this sounds like to you. And that is muted, so we should be in the clear. I forgot to mention that let me make sure my microphone's still on. Yes. The Pro package comes with, well, it comes with a whole lot more than I need. It comes with 2 of these cases. The other case has the lavalier mics, the little magnetic pieces, cables such as this, some USB cables for charging and data transfer and whatnot. And then the microphone elements come with this. And so with this has a little battery built into it even. And so when I'm done, so you can see this thing is turned on, and I can just turn it off, or I could just leave it on. Which one is this? This is a microphone, so it needs to go into that one. And then when I plug it in, the microphone turned off, but now it's going to start charging. So there you go. Now you can see the little light. So now it's charging automatically. I like that. I'd show you with the other ones, but then that would cut off my video. So now I'm talking to you through the phone microphone. So now I've got this other microphone element here. And again, I unplug it, put the cable someplace where I won't lose it. And I'm just going to take it, and so it's on. I'm not even turning it off. I don't have to. And the reason I say I don't have to See if I get the orientation correct. So I put that in. Let's see if the green light lights up. Maybe the green light's turned around where I can't quite see it. In this case, it did not turn off. How interesting. Oh, so this one has the charge indicator on it. I don't understand that. Why does this one even have a display? Oh, that's because that's the that's not the microphone, that's the actual base. See, I'm still learning it. So now I've got a microphone and a base, and then I take the last microphone and plug it in. All right, so now I have 2 microphones and 1 base charging, and of course I can still plug this in and charge it as well. So so right now the microphone elements are charging off of the built-in battery, and then when I want to charge this whole thing, so the battery life on the whole system is 7 hours, and I don't know if that's 7 hours off of one charge and then another 7 hours after I stick them back in here and charge them up again, or if it is 7 hours total, the 3 elements plus a recharge from this. For now, until I learn differently, I'm going to go with 7 plus 7. I could be wrong, but yeah, very neat little setup that I have here. All right, let me show you something that I missed earlier. I'm still learning this as I go, live right here in front of you. Well, is it live or is it Memorex? So I had the receiver in the wrong position. I think I had it off over here someplace. And so you can see it here now, charging. And I made a comment earlier about how you don't even have to turn them off. You would just plug it in and they turn off automatically. And the reason I jumped to that conclusion is because when I pull it out, it turns on automatically. So it must say, hey, he's ready to go. Where sometimes I think I'm setting up, I'm not ready to go yet. I want it off because I might be fiddling around for another 30 minutes. Let me pull these other ones out here real quick. I'm not sure what that's going to look like. Oh yeah, the little blue light came on. So now that one's on. And now this one's on. My thumb is on the blue light. But what I wanted to show you is, let me see if I can get the glare just right. If you look in there, you can see that there is TX1, TX2, and RX. And so one of them doesn't go quite right because the backing interferes with it. I think it's because the transmitters have the magnetic piece on them. They need a little bit more room and they won't fit that way. So there you go. You got to put them in the right spots, otherwise it won't close up. But it's not a big deal once you get used to it. All right, so I'm going to wrap this up. Again, not a full review of the Rode microphones, but it seems like it's going to give me what I'm looking for. And when I'm not wearing this, I can use this second microphone for something else. I haven't figured out exactly what yet, but I'll get there. It's a new toy, a new widget, new capabilities. I'll explore. Have a good one. This is KE4WMF. Listen to me like I'm talking on a radio net or something. It's got the headphones to put me in a radio mode. So anyway, as always, I appreciate you being here. See you next time.